Guys, Ilia Topuria just confirmed on a podcast that he had his last fight at featherweight, okay? He's moving up to lightweight. He's becoming a lightweight officially, and this is the best move. The move he needed to make, and I'm going to explain why this is such a good move for him and his legacy. But first, let me play the clip real quick.
¿Es posible que hayamos visto ya tu último combate de peso pluma?
So first he's asking, is it possible that we've seen your last fight at featherweight? And Ilia Topuria responds with,
Sí, seguro.
yes, for sure.
Seguramente.
So this isn't a, yeah, it could be, I think we might have, we'll see what happens. This is, yes, 100% for sure.
Te pasas al peso.
Completely, like, he's completely sure that was his last fight at featherweight. This isn't a, no, UFC's gonna make him. I've heard people say, bro, you never know, the UFC could just make him fight. Yes, they're gonna make him fight. They're gonna make him cut weight to fight at featherweight, because that makes a lot of sense. No, this is his last fight at featherweight with Max Holloway, okay?
Ligero?
And then the guy asked if he's moving up to lightweight, and Ilia Topuria nods yes. And later on in the interview, they end up talking about Charles Oliveira, and now the big story is that he wants to fight Charles Oliveira, and, we haven't got a response from Charles yet, but I like this fight, okay? And I like all of these fights. I like this decision because, for several reasons, okay? And the first reason is, as an Ilia Topuria fan, as a real fan, I've always known this guy is going to be the GOAT. He's going to be the GOAT. Okay, I know it sounds like glazing, but this wasn't I never wanted to see Ilia Topuria just stay at featherweight and camp out a bunch of title defenses, because even the people that are delusional understand that he owns featherweight. Nobody's gonna beat him there. We don't need to see, oh no. Bro, listen, pump the brakes. We need to see Movzar Evloev get in there. We need to see Lopez, and we need that Volk rematch. Right? I'm sick of people saying that. We don't need to waste Ilia Topuria's career by seeing another Volk rematch. Okay? We need to see him in good fights, exciting fights that are going to build up his legacy, and a Charles Oliveira fight is what's going to build up his legacy. Okay? Because when it comes down to it, when Ilia Topuria is retired, people aren't going to look back and see, oh, he beat Diego Lopez, because what if Diego Lopez goes on a major fucking losing streak and he never ends up getting that belt? People aren't gonna give a shit about if he beat Diego Lopez or not. They're gonna fucking laugh at it like they do at, half of Jones's wins by now. So, I'm sorry, but a Charles Oliveira is a lot better on your resume than a Diego Lopez, who I think Diego Lopez, is a great fighter, but until he gets that belt, it's not gonna do much for Ilia's legacy. To the, the casuals. To a casual who's just looking, in the future, 10 years from now, is looking back and saying, who the fuck's Diego Lopez? Oh, this guy lost to a bunch of people. Whereas Charles Oliveira, he's considered one of the better lightweights of all time, right? And this is a great fight because he can beat Charles Oliveira. He beats everybody at lightweight. Okay? He beats everybody at lightweight. You guys need to understand this. This isn't a question of, no, well, I don't know if I like this decision. I mean, there's a lot of killers at lightweight. No. The lightweight skill gap between, the skill gap between featherweight and lightweight is insane, okay? Look at what Max Holloway did to Justin Gaethje when he went up. I've heard people genuinely say, wait, I don't know about fighting Charles, but what about Justin Gaethje? Maybe a Gaethje versus Ilia would be fire. Are you fucking kidding me? These people genuinely think that Ilia Topuria is like a Michael Chandler. Like, he goes in there and just randomly throws an overhand and, gets a knockout. He is the most technical boxer in the UFC and has insanely high-level grappling, and these motherfuckers want to see him go in there against Gaethje. Yo, Uncle Gaethje, bro. No, give him Uncle Gaethje. Let's let Uncle Gaethje get brutally knocked out again or fucking manhandled on the floor, on the ground, okay? We don't need to see that. And as for all of these other matchups, he beats a 60-year-old Dustin Poirier. I'm sorry, that's not a competitive matchup. Dan Hooker has been knocked out by fucking everyone. Okay? I'm going after the whole fucking division right now. We don't even need to get down here, because he's obviously going to beat these motherfuckers. Beneil Dariush, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but if you don't think that this is a good decision for Topuria, you might be delusional. And here, we even got the perfect picture of Islam Makhachev. Whoa. He's not beating Islam, though. Islam's got an iron chin. And sure, Islam has probably, his chin's probably improved. But this wasn't a fight at bantamweight. He didn't take this fight at bantamweight. This was at his own division. And he got chinned by Adriano Martins, okay? So I'm sick of people thinking, bro, Islam's unbeatable. When, in reality, Ilia moving up to lightweight right now has guaranteed he's going to run that division, and the only guy who might step in his way is Islam Makhachev, and maybe Arman, but Arman can get chinned, okay? Arman can get chinned, and we need to see how Ilia's, grappling goes, but at the end of the day, Ilia beats all these strikers in a striking match, and we haven't seen Ilia's wrestling to its full capacity in the UFC. But if it's as good as he says it is, and if he is really that submission guy that he used to be on the regional scene, he will easily dominate the lightweight division that always is dominated by a champion who has some level of ground game, okay? As long as you have some level of ground game, you're guaranteed to be in that top 5 or that championship area, okay? So I'm sick of this bullshit. And also to the people that are saying, I've genuinely seen TikTok comments saying, bro got 1 title defense, hasn't done enough. Excuse me? The 1 title defense. Brother, he beat Volkanovski, the GOAT, at featherweight, and then he knocked out Max Holloway. He knocked out Max Holloway. He doesn't need to go do more when we already know he's going to beat the shit out of everybody at featherweight. I don't want to see him waste more of his career, and that's why he's vacating the belt. Okay, he's vacating the belt. This isn't I don't know if the UFC is going to let him do that. He's vacating the belt. This is why I love this decision so much. Because he's not going in there and, oh no, I need to respect the UFC and go fight Movzar before I can move up. He's just saying, fuck it. I'm chasing, because Ilia Topuria's goal is to become the triple champ, and he can do that shit. Okay, he can. I'm sorry, but lightweight is full of dinosaurs right now. He's going to dominate this division. The only guy there that was a threat was Islam, who was trying to run away, by the way. Okay, Ilia could have just waited another year and Islam would have been up at welterweight, but no. He's taking on the biggest challenge for him, which is Islam, and I still think he's going to beat him. But, at that press conference that we saw, when Islam was asked about if he wanted to fight Ilia, he said, brother, I'm tired of giving these small guy chances, brother. I'm tired of... And then 2 seconds later, he's asked about fighting Charles, and he's like, oh, of course, Charles is such a great guy. Bro, we don't need to see the Charles rematch between Islam, and you're obviously fucking... you don't want to fight Ilia because Ilia is a more dangerous fight than Charles Oliveira. I'm sorry to tell you that, okay? I'm sorry to tell you that. I am a Charles fan too. We've never seen a guy like this before, okay? I'm sorry, bro. This isn't a way, Ilia should take it slow from here, bro. You want to slow down, maybe. Dude, Ilia is doing the right thing right now. I'm glad we're going to get this Islam fight because I was worried we weren't. I was worried that, Islam was just going to go up, but it's looking like Rakhmonov is going to get beat by Belal Muhammad, okay? I'm sorry to tell you that. I've been saying that Belal Muhammad's going to beat Rakhmonov, and if that happens, I don't think Islam's going to be moving up, and if Ilia knocks out Charles, who is extremely open, always gets chinned in every fight, and if you're getting chinned by, Ilia Topuria, you're probably going to go out, okay? So, if that happens, and Islam wins his fight against Arman, we still don't know how that fight's going to go, but assuming Islam wins that, we're going to get to see the Islam versus Topuria matchup. And I'm going to be picking Ilia Topuria, like I always have. I've always said that. Because look at this guy. Brother, this guy get knocked out, brother. I can't pick... I'm sorry, I cannot pick Islam Makhachev knowing he's been knocked out, knowing he's been dropped in multiple fights, knowing Volk dropped him. I cannot pick him. He is an insane fighter. Islam Makhachev is the pound-for-pound one fighter. But I'm sorry, once they fight, he's going to be the pound for pound too, okay? I'm sorry to tell you that. Islam's a great guy. I like Islam. He's one of my favorite fighters too. Because he's actually entertaining, But, brother, Ilia Topuria is coming. You cannot run for him. But, listen, I think that's it for the video. I'm pretty sure I covered everything. I'm pretty sure that's it. But yeah, in terms of, is this a good decision? Bro, he beats everybody here. It's the same situation as at featherweight. And if he somehow doesn't beat Islam, as soon as Islam moves up, he owns that division, okay? Arman's like maybe Arman could be the dark horse against Ilia Topuria, but I seriously don't think so. Okay, I don't think so. Ilia is just too good in the striking. He's going to be drilling the grappling now, and he's building up muscle. We are literally getting a tanked up version of Ilia Topuria. Okay? I don't care, Ilia's 5'7", okay? Arman Sarukian's 5'7", and Ilia Topuria is going to build up a shit ton of muscle. And he's going to have his power, which is already good at featherweight, is going to be levels ahead. This is an insane move. He's going to be able to take more shots. All of this. It's a fantastic move for him, okay? And then he's going to get to welterweight in 2 years from now when he's going to knock out whoever's champ there. And that's it. Ilia Topuria, the GOAT. See you guys in the next video. Peace.